What the nation said, surely this is the day we look for.
You see the counts on
They
there.
look forward to this, and that's why all you nations are guilty. None of these nations said nothing until to this very day. They will give little hints, like pretty much telling the Babylonian Edomites, hey, what are y'all pretty much making oppressed? Then they try to bring our oppression in there.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles and great millstone, peace and salutations to the elect. Sweet brothers, San Francisco camp. Just a few brothers right here, right now. We came out here because you got a whole bunch of wickedness, going on out there in SF. They got the sodomite parade, the sodomite parade going on. We're trying to get away from that. You make sure audio is cool, barbershop. Yeah, so we out here, as we've done previously. We gonna, do the same thing, man. We just gonna get to it. You can bring that article out. Yeah, I got that.
The audio is good.
It's good,
Maybe speak a little louder, but it's cool.
Okay,
Yes,
you can hold
he got the
second chapter. Then Revelation 3 and 10, you can bring it out first.
So this is from Simon It says Iran is introducing digital. Iran is introducing a digital ID to buy food. And Iran is the first country to roll out to buy food.
Beginning first and foremost with the we've been telling you that things like here it is, Iran, and they're making it mandatory for these people to get a digital ID. Okay, we're gonna go into it, but before you do that, bring out Revelation 3 and 10.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept my
times that we're in, man. Okay, so what do we have to do? We got to keep the of Yahushai's patience, which is what? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is the only thing that's going to save you, man. Okay, because this damn devil, scripture says, 12, he's coming down with that great wrath. This nigga telling people they can't eat unless they got an ID, man. Okay, pure wickedness. Keep going.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
If you look that word temptation in the blue letter from Revelation 3 and 10.
It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So this is a test. Shai is getting ready to test the whole world. Right? These people are down with the spiritual demon Satan, man, so they're going to hop on board with this. Okay? Got that?
Yep. It says for that word, it's pyrosmos.
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 Read the Strong's number.
Oh yeah, the Strong's number is G3985, and it says an experiment, an attempt.
Who's experimenting? Experimenting. Hashem Yahushai. Most High orchestrated this whole thing. Most High, all things are created for that pleasure. The Most High created all this, pretty much for his amusement. And the elect are going to overcome this experiment. All right, keep going.
An experiment.
So, testing everybody down here upon the earth. The only people that's going to overcome, though, are the elect of the nation of Israel. They're the only ones that have been slated to overcome this. Okay? Because even though we're going to have a lot of people that's going to reject the Ragma, they don't believe in Yahweh Yahushua. They're not following the ways of the Heavenly Father. So they basically doing it for nothing, man. Furthermore, Yahushua isn't coming back to deliver them, so they can't overcome this experiment. All right, keep going.
Proving.
Proving, which is, you got a thing called a proving ground. People go there to test their merit to make sure that they're on a level. And that's what Yahushua is doing. Okay, keep going.
It says, trial proving the trial made of you by my bodily condition, since condition served as to test the love of the Galatians toward Paul. The trial of man's fidelity.
The trial of man's fidelity. The word fidelity means faith. So your faith is going to be tried, man. We read about it, of how your faith is going to be tried. This nigga's going to block your food, man. He literally going to tell you can't eat unless you have this haraki. Okay? That's going to put you in a very tough situation, man.
That's kind of like when the whole pandemic started, and then people was pressured saying, like, if you don't do this, that's how you.
To go, for what he did with that juice. He was talking real reckless when it came to that, man. He was saying, we're going to make it mandatory. You ain't going to be able to go into the grocery store. They actually did that. I believe it was in Canada, in certain places, and in Germany. There was certain stores, and I'm pretty sure it might still be like that. There was certain stores you couldn't go to unless you was, you had the juice. Which the way we was looking at it, this is going to segue straight into what's next after that. If he already implements a system like that, nothing else, is left for him to implement. Okay, but those same things, all right, is being implemented this go around. He's pushing that digital ID. And this is all to test your faith, man. Okay, because who do you really trust here? You trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You trust in Esau. Okay? The whole time, this damn devil, is going to be withholding food from you. We have it in our minds of trusting Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but the test is going to come when Esau Edom is telling you, look, the food is right here. You ain't got to wait for the Lord. Why you wait? I got food right here. Look, this is a bunch of bread. You can get it. It's easy access. You ain't got to wait. All you got to do is take this haragma, man. And that's the test. Do you side with Esau Edom? Wait on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because most you need to survive. Okay, but there's going to be a test, and that's where the outward temptation comes in. It's going to be happening out there in Iran.
It says the trial of man's fidelity.
Which again, fidelity means faith. So your faith is going to be tried on a high level, man. Okay, and not just food. It's going to be diseases out here too. Some certain brothers might contract the disease. Esau's going to be right there, just as Yahushua was tempted by Satan. Now it's our hour of temptation coming up. Now it's our passion.
Integrity, virtue, and constancy.
Yeah, constancy in what? Do you really serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua on a daily basis? Or are you just a pussyfooting dude, man? You do it on the weekend, you do it when you're around certain people. Because see, in that day, you might not even be around brothers. You're going to be on your own, more than likely. So you'll be there to check you now, brother. You going off. It's all up. It's all on you. Your relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be tested. Not you and somebody else's relationship with the Heavenly Father.
Oh, can I say this? Because you had Yahushua, the 12, they fled, man. So he had to go through that by himself. Because he even told them, hey, you going to deny me. And they was like, nah, we ain't going to do that. But when it actually happened, he got denied, man. He had to go through that trial by himself. So that's another example the elders going into.
It says, it gave a different examples. It says, an enticement to sin.
An enticement to sin. Okay, and you being enticed is, someone putting it out there and making it appealing to you. And you can't tell me that food ain't appealing, man, especially if you ain't had food in days. And then the nigga literally, just like he telling them, we're going to get into the article, it's going to go deeper and show you what kind of strain that this damn devil's putting on people. You know, and this nigga housed up in a building somewhere. He got all kind of food. You know, but there's one condition for you to gain access to this building, which we know and understand what that haragma is all about, man. That's basically you giving your birthright away. You saying, you know, pretty much forget about the Most High. I'm siding with Esau Edom. You know, that's what you have to give up in order to access this food, man. So that's that enticement. You know, you want to eat, right? You want that food, right? You know, and then this nigga pushes out all kind of madness talking about you can only go a certain, you know, amount of time without food. It was like a week.
Yeah.
You know, 3 days.
Well, he's 3 days. 3 days. Yeah, 3 days without water, a week without food. Maybe 2 weeks.
And a lot of these people actually, you know, believe that, man. So they, well, the way these Americans are, man. Day 2, they gonna bow down.
Oh man.
You know, really on the first day, a few hours pass, they don't got their food. They gonna be running, man.
Well, Esau tells them, you know, is it the FDA? They got the food pyramid, and they tell you, you know, the recommended daily intake. You know, 2,000 calories. You need that to survive.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. So 3 meals a day, and then you have the snack in between. And people literally they follow that. They actually believe that if they don't snack or eat something, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like literally, they believe that. So how much more when it's like there's no food out there? These people gonna go crazy, man. You know, they gonna put all that faith. They gonna leave that alone. Jesus, they gonna leave that alone, and then bow down to Esau Edom. This is the system. The infrastructure being set up. The whole thing, the 2020 thing. That was the infrastructure being set up. It's corrupt.
What's being implemented out there?
Right. You know? Oh, as well, I can say another thing too. This whole thing, Roe versus Wade too. That's set up so you don't have autonomy over your body. So you can't say my body. In the government. All right. So when it's time to implement it, they prescribed it. They prescribed that unrighteous decree, and they can say, "Hey, look, according to the law, just like ancient Babylon, according to the law, this was commissioned by the king. You have to do this, or it's punishable unto death."
Then for you people that took that juice, you patent it now. You belong to those companies that juice inside you, man. So you really ain't
It says temptation, whether arising from the desires or from the outward circumstances.
Read that again.
Temptation,
which is, you know, a test again. Keep going.
Whether arising from the desires.
Whether arising from the desires, your desire to eat. You know, like desires that you want to want to see this system ensure your place within this system, so you don't take the haragma. Okay? Oh man, there's nothing better than Babylon. A bunch of you niggas say that, man. That's Jake's mentality. Jake loves this place, man. So they gonna take the haragma. So it says whether arising from inward, keep going.
Whether arising from the desires.
Your desires meaning things that's going on in your mind. Keep going.
From the outward circumstances.
Or from the outward circumstances. And we read about some of those outward circumstances that's in their mind right now. Okay, people need food. In the way that this damn devil set it up, you know, we're gonna go into it in an article. The price of the goods have went sky high, man. Okay, and what the government is offering, they're offering a subsidy. Okay, so if you accept this digital ID inside your if you accept it, you get a discount. You know, you can choose to catch on bread at the which is exuberant, you know, an exuberant amount. So which one would you choose? You know, most people ain't gonna choose to catch hell, man. That was pretty much it. Right?
They can't afford it.
Yeah.
You got a family. You know, you can't buy it. You know, so what other choice do you have? Their minds, I don't have it. I want to get this thing. And this is essentially what these people is doing to the world. It's constraint. It's constricting the whole world to where there is no other way. there will be none, none of that. Buying the fertilizer the prices is skyrocketing. Only these big international companies can buy it at prices. You put out on the game. Oh, the only way. Oh, but you know what? If you take this, goods, whatever you want. It could be like back in the old days, man. McDonald's and all that. Go to the movies, popcorn. You just need this. So we got to keep track of everything.
And you can see the parallel and the juice they just pushed out a few years ago. What was he saying? This is how we go back to normal. This is how we make everything the same. So he's gonna say the same thing. Look, man, if you want, bread to be at that, price that you used to buy, you gotta take this.
This one, bro, a good example. It says adversity, affliction, trouble, sent by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is serving to test or prove his character.
Okay, so you're gonna remain holy in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, you're gonna maintain your integrity. And you're gonna, maintain Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's what this ordeal is all about, man. Okay, just like the brother referenced Yahushai, he had his temptation when he was, led to the cross. What did he do? He maintained his integrity. Yahushai maintained his character and his faith. He did what he had to do, and we got to do the same thing. All right, that was it on that.
Yeah, that was it on that.
You go back to the article.
Even when Yahushai felt the spirit leave him too.
Yep.
That's a scary thing, to actually feel the spirit of the Lord coming off of you. You gotta just have faith, really. Because the spirit come off of you, you liable to do anything, man. Demons coming in your mind. So even then, that could possibly happen too. You gotta also know that can happen, and pray to God.
Yeah, and also you'll know that the Lord's protection is gone from you. So hey, you just now Yahushua, he could have done, he could have been for us. Well, he could have taken the Pontius Pilate. He had that opportunity. Pontius Pilate knew he didn't do nothing wrong. He could have, told Pontius Pilate. He would have, Pilate would have told the people, like, oh, no, man, I'm gonna let this man go. He did that. He didn't talk to him. He didn't plead his cause because it was the will of the Heavenly Father. He had to go through that. Similar situations. You feel like the Most High. The scriptures say, strive for the truth unto death. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, will fight for you, man.
Jump back to you.
Get that other precept.
10, it says the 24 elders fall down before him that sat on the throne and worship him that liveth forever and ever, and cast their crowns before the throne, saying, Thou art worthy to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created.
Yeah, for thy pleasure they are and were created. So the Most High created everything. Okay, and the end of the story was that the Most High was going to initiate this hour of temptation. It's even, the Most High created. Apostle Har makes that statement. This ain't Esau's chip. The Most High created this, all to fulfill his prophecy of temptation, to test his servants down here on the earth. Okay, so everything was created by the Heavenly Father, and they were created for his pleasure. The Most High does what he wants. Okay, this is just a little, that the Heavenly Father has made up. Okay, now it's our job to maintain our faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which
you understand that Yahweh Shem Yahushai, so we get to what's going on. Okay, and we got gonna be real hard out here. But there's no solution to what's being bought. You know, they'll just say, well, get some seeds, start a farm, get a co-op, Okay, this damn military might, you're gonna be rounding up people, throwing them in concentration camps. If you got guards in there, they're gonna step on your shit and kick it, man. Okay, so you might hide somewhere. He see a guard, and he gonna destroy it, man. Then what you gonna do? You know, you people that got, you storing up years worth of them MREs, you can get sick and die. You know, and then the ultimate destruction is the thermonuclear missile, man. How you gonna escape that? Let's say you was in a bunker, you got the food, you got your guard going, that's what you need. All of a sudden you see a missile coming. You know what you gonna do then? How you gonna escape? The only way you can escape a missile is if you hop part of 144,000, which is the governing body of the nation of Israel, man. And those individuals are going to have high status in the next world. Everybody going to know who those men are. That's one of the 144 men. That's one of the men that overcame all the trials and tribulations that came down on earth. And Yahushua himself put a crown on him. You can read about that in the second chapter, man. That's a high honor, man. So everybody ain't going to get that. Okay? Okay, that's what we fight for. All right.
It says, and he shall go no more out.
And it's an everlasting kingdom. You're gonna be in that position forever. Nobody's gonna take that position. Neither can somebody achieve that position. So it's already solidified.
It says, write upon him the name of my power, the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name.
It says, Iran is the first country to roll out a biometric digital ID needed in order to buy food, eat, and survive.
So it said biometrics, okay, which biometrics, bio is dealing with life, and the metric is measured. Okay, so your life measure. So this is going inside people, man. All right, it has something to do with your body, whether it's a finger retinal scan, or if it's going inside you.
Facial recognition. The ultimate goal is to be inside of you. That's ultimately what they're trying to achieve. Through gradualism, go through that.
So it might start off with fingerprint, recognition. His excuse for doing this is that, okay, so people are taking more bread than they're supposed to get, so we need something that's more secure. Okay, and these people gonna fall for it, man. Not knowing that this nigga has planned this thing going all the way back to the 1700s, man.
Is the same one that controls banks, which we are being told is needed in order to operate central bank digital currencies. This digital ID is the same one that controls banks.
It controls banks, okay, which the first scripture that should come to your mind is Revelation 13:16, man. Okay, that tying it into the finance. This is his impact, man.
And you see all these countries slowly starting to do the same thing. I forgot what other country just did it, but even the dude I think that's his name.
For the Fed?
Yeah, for the Fed.
Yeah,
he even announced that a new currency as well, like financial system that's going to be digital. So everybody's basically announcing it and implementing it like country by country. And it's all going to be on the same. It's already all tied together. Everybody just created and starting the system up.
Well, you got Ukraine. They have that system.
Yeah.
Amidst of this Russia-Ukraine war, digital ID as well, and then you have Jamaica that the first country to make CBDCs legal. And when you have China, they have the digital yuan, which is the same system. And pretty much they're either in the trial process, of making these CBDCs, or they're written in the books where they're gonna work at these things, man.
And it's all just to track you. It's like every last transaction or whatever money moves or whatever you buy, it's all on the every last little thing that you do. So Esau knows he want to be like the Most High. Know every little transaction or whatever you doing. So nothing's secret, so to speak.
And to track you and have control over it. So if you do something they don't like, well, your favorite store you like to go to, and he can penalize you when you go over. You start taking more of your money, so you ain't too much meat today. This day you went over your meat limit, so this is what he just takes you out of nowhere, So it came up and so he's going to keep you in that state of perpetual slavery. And they showed you that in that movie In Time. Those that haven't seen that, I suggest you watch that, man. That's the kind of system and society that this man wants to establish. At a certain time, and a whole bunch of people drop. They didn't know that the price of stuff was going on. It just happened.
This digital ID is the same one that controls things, which we are being told is needed in order to roll out the central bank digital currencies. Research and experimentation appears to be showing is that it will be possible to issue such currencies outside of a comprehensive national digital ID management system.
So the only way to push the CBDC national ID. Okay, so the ID and the CBDC, they go hand in hand. All right, and the reason for that is this nigga wants to track where the other currency is going. He wants to know who has it, how much you have. Okay, so about that, man. Okay, if you ain't managing your CBDC, he gonna come see you about something, man. Okay, take from you. You got too much, you're trying to hoard it. He gonna take your savings, man. And what can you do about it? Nothing. Because it's all digital. All right. See, with the cash and the gold and silver, he has to physically send people in there to take it from you, man. Okay, but with the electronic thing, he just access your wallet. Okay, see how much CBDCs you got, or you got 300. That's too much. He take 200 away from you, man. You could dispute it, but he ain't giving that back. You had too much. Keep going.
Meaning CBDCs will likely be tied to personal accounts that include personal data, credit history, and other relevant information.
That's where that form of control comes in. Okay, because in this day and age, all right, now we have you got the fiat currencies. You also got gold and silver that you can use. Those are anonymous. Okay, you can have multiple stores of gold and silver and FRNs. Okay, so let's say you get hit, on one stash. You always got more backup that you can continue to use. With this, you only got one go, man. You only got one wallet. Okay, and if you fuck that wallet off, you're done. Okay, you're gonna have to do what they do out there in China, man. They got the social credit system. When they mess up, okay, or even if it's just put on a record that they messed up, they gotta pay basically a bunch of tribute, man, to get their score back up. That's that control. Okay, you can't just say, oh, man, the hell with that. I'm gonna go get money somewhere else. Nah, the government's providing you with credits that you need to purchase things, man. So you basically at the whim of the government. You at the whim of the elites. Whatever they tell you to do, you got to do it. Okay, if you don't want to listen to them, they're gonna shut your wallet off. The only wallet that you have to make transactions. Okay, you can't get another wallet because this is tied to your actual body. Okay, and you can't use anybody else's because that's tied to them. You know. Keep going.
This is the same digital ID that the World Economic Forum has established to be at the very crux of this fourth industrial revolution.
See, there it goes. Read that again.
This is the same digital ID that the World Economic Forum has established to be at the very crux of this fourth industrial revolution.
And for any of you brothers that know what that fourth industrial revolution is about, if you've been paying attention to that damn devil Klaus Rothschild, he said that the difference between the fourth industrial revolution and all the other industrial revolutions that took place, this one's gonna change you. Okay, that transhumanism, man. All right, what's the beginning of that transhumanism? Okay, that's the first step in merging man with machine. Okay? And it all starts with this digital ID. Okay, so like we said, we rapidly approach this time, when our temptation is going to befall us, and this damn devil's going to roll that rock mount, man. Okay, it's already happening in Iran. All right, they're moving, to this point very rapidly. Okay, and once it, rolls out in these other places, it's going to hit here eventually, man. All right, keep going.
It is interesting to note that Iran is implementing this digital ID through food rationing, which is a bellwether for how it is going to be rolled out around the rest of the world.
That's right. So this is the same way they're going to do it out throughout the rest of the world, man. Okay? They're going to take your food away from you, then tell you, look, well, you can get food at a cheaper price, but you got to take this digital ID. Okay, you got to take the Iraq. You got to give us your, your biometrics, man. Okay, you gotta give us your facial, so we can input it in a database. We can do facial recognition. You gotta give us your fingerprint. Okay, keep going.
Reuters reported that soaring bread prices in Iran has triggered protests in which some shops were set on fire. And according to the Financial Times, the Iranian president Raisi has announced plans to cut back bread subsidies as wheat prices soar globally and Tehran tries to steer in hit by U.S. sanctions on oil exports. Citizens issue coupons that will allow them to access a limited amount of bread at subsidized prices, while the rest will be available at market rates.
Yeah, so here it goes. You paying a subsidized price if you accept this digital ID. Okay, now the prices have went up upwards of 300%. So the regular bread, the base amount that you used to pay, that has skyrocketed by 300%. Now the government is saying, look, well, we can give you a subsidized price for the bread, okay, at a limited amount, but you got to take this digital ID. Okay, the majority of people going to take the digital ID. All right, it's like the brother was going into. They're on a certain level. They can't go higher than the level that they're on, man. So if the government is giving you, seemingly a way out, you're going to be on board with it. Not understanding, what this whole digital ID is about.
Yep. Because Esau, he's what he's doing. He's deceiving the earth. He's deceiving the people into taking this. Because once he puts that into you, he got you now. Once he implements that and makes that mandatory, and he has all the people in his mind, has all the people with this digital ID, it's more than just a digital ID. It's a means of control. Because now he can tap into you and change, and make you do what he wants you to do. That's what it's about. The devil wants to get inside you. Klaus said it.
Yeah.
It's
gonna change you. Industrial revolution is gonna change you. Damn devil. Keep going.
The bread scheme.
Yeah, that's what it is. A fucking scheme, man. This shit was all made up. Okay, see, some people, like the brother was mentioning, how Esau is going to deceive you. Some people are going to be deceived. Oh man, it's just the things that are happening in this day and age. We got to roll with the punch. We got to go with the flow. This nigga set this whole thing up, man. the economic collapse is taking place right now, the supply chain breaking down. He set this whole thing up, man. Okay? A lot of people don't realize that the whole, C-19 was planned and orchestrated. Okay? So this is all part of the niggas' plan, man. This ain't something that just happened coincidentally. All the supply chains breaking down, the price of goods is going up. So, let's implement a digital ID. Okay? We got to give them subsidized price, but see, they have to get this so we can make sure we keep track. It's all bullshit, man. It's all set up, okay, to get people to take that haragma. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
And it's a scheme, all right? Keep going.
The bread scheme will come into force in about 2 months.
Which I'm not sure when this article was written. There's no date on it. It's just a blog post. So it could be being implemented right now.
Yeah, it's being implemented right now because Iran did that about 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, they started doing it about 2 months ago. I remember Ice H Farmer. He was one of the first ones to come out and bring that information out. How they're implementing that digital, solution for the subsidies of wheat. That they have skyrocketed so crazy that average people, the majority of when you see these countries, the majority of the population is poor. Like even here in America, which America is the most economic strong country, so to speak, over the past so many decades. But the majority of the people are poor. They're 70% are living paycheck to paycheck, and that was they took that survey back in the early 2000s.
Yep.
So it has to be upwards of 85, maybe 90%.
Yeah, well, nowadays you got the working homeless.
Yeah.
So you got people that have jobs. They working full time too, by the way, but they ain't got no place to stay.
Yep.
They living in their car, they living in a tent, man. But they go to work every day.
Yep.
So they passed that point of being one paycheck away from a crisis.
Oh yeah.
They got evicted.
Yeah, there's a it's not even one paycheck. It's a lot of people are having issues even paying the bills, man. They're a couple $100s short each month. They have to go pull from here or pull from there, cancel this subscription there, pull from go get what are them payday loans.
Yep.
That's upwards of 400% or 500% interest. These predatory lenders. So a lot of people they're either downsizing, they're moving in with parents, moving in with roommates, living in a room, living in a car, a lot of people they have to go to food banks, man, to actually survive. If that food bank wasn't there, they wouldn't be able to eat. All that, so like it.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say their whole check that they get, it only pays the rent and maybe gas. Gas is going up.
Yeah.
So it's
a lot of hard choices and decisions people got to make, man. So you can see when he rolls out this thing over here, that a lot of these people are going to be on board with it, man. And we're going to read it further in the article. It's not just going to be with bread. It's just starting off with bread. Okay, it's going to end up with meat, gas. Okay, I'm going to get subsidy. People going just for the gas alone, man. You paying what $7 out here. Bare minimum. That's pretty much like the average price out here in California, $7. If that nigga tell you, look, you can get it for $3.65, $3.65 a gallon, these people gonna line up for the digital ID, man. Then they gonna be talking shit to people. Look at this, he's stupid, man. Why you paying $7?
Yeah.
You can go sign up for your digital. It's gonna be some old nigga. Go sign up for your digital ID, man. And when they roll the haragma out, he gonna have the haragma. He gonna have the subdermal device, man. He gonna tell you the same thing.
Well, the gas stations are already set up with that technology.
Yep.
When you go into, first it was a debit card, but then they put the RFID or the NFC readers right there, man. Oh, if you want to go and get like some water, some reverse osmosis machine, you pay 40 cents per gallon. They already got the RFID reader right there, man. Everything's already set up with that technology, man. Because the main companies that hold that technology, who owns those companies? The same people that are orchestrating everything that you're seeing right now. Even with this war, the worsening food crisis that keeps amplifying, man. China's gonna go into Taiwan. that's going to cause more strain on global supply as well, man. The world is going to go to a state of famine. And they're going to use that. They're going to use that state of famine to implement this demonic plan. But it's going to cover all aspects of life. Any type of buying and selling, and buying and selling is the lifeblood. Anything you do in this society, because you don't produce anything, you're a consumer. Okay, if you want wheat, you don't have a field to grow wheat. You want meat, you don't have any cattle. Okay, you don't have any beehive. You're not a beekeeper. You can't get honey. Okay, and then there's no barter system. Okay, you have to literally, they set the system up to where you have to deal with their currency. So now they're pulling that currency from under you, and now they're offering you a new currency, and then you have no other option.
Yep.
You wanted to go to school and be a doctor.
Yeah.
You wanted to be this. You wanted to be a office worker, and go to fast food and go to the games and get comfortable, get lazy. Meanwhile, this damn devil, he's setting up a plan of control, and he's pretty much at the crux to where he's I got everybody now. Okay, I can completely implement the system, and I'm gonna have some pushback, but what are they gonna do? There's no food, there's no water. Okay, the movement, I can limit movement. Okay, already have these things, these processes in order, man. So hey, that's why it's so necessary, man, to have faith in Yahweh Shema Shah, because there's literally no other way. The devil, he got everything under control. Okay, in wickedness. Okay, any movement, he got it, man. Well, this is his world, man. This is Satan's kingdom. Okay, got it.
Yeah, Khan, just to back up, one of the points that the brother made, this damn devil was saying there's no way out. He feels like he has these people trapped, but there's a group down here that does have a way out, and that's through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay, and no matter what this damn devil does, no matter what kind of system he sets up, they still going to maintain their integrity in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. And the Most High going to destroy you anyway. Okay, that's what he's not anticipating. You can bring it out.
This is Revelation chapter 11.
Romans.
It's lucky. Romans chapter 11, verse 3.
Well, you know what? You can start at 1.
Romans chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, have the Most High cast away his people?
See, and that's a real uplifting statement, man. Okay, because you got this damn devil getting ready to establish this new world order where he pretty much, is going to have complete control over everybody down here upon the earth. But we reading, has the Most High cast his people away. The Most High ain't going to leave the nation of Israel subject to this damn devil. The Most High is going to take care of the elect when all hell's breaking loose out here, man. Okay, keep going.
It says the Most High forbid, but I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Yeah, and this is Paul speaking. So Paul himself was an Israelite. Keep going.
The Most High have not cast away his people, which he foreknew.
Which means what? We're not going to be forsaken down here, man. We still have hope. While these people are going to be out here through, they're going to see every door that they had open, closed, and shut, and they're going to lose all hope. The nation of Israel still has hope. Your hope is in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. He's in heaven. Esau can't close that door, man. Okay? The only one that can close that door is you through your actions. All right? Keep going.
It says the Most High have not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Wolf ye not what the scriptures say of Elias? He maketh intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thy altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of the Most High to him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed to the knee to the image of Baal.
Yeah, and that 7,000 just represents a complete number. Okay, in this case, the elect, which have not bowed down the knee to the image of Baal, which you can use the image of Baal, to represent this system that Esau Edom is getting ready to set up, man. Okay, there's certain individuals that's not going to bow down and submit to this damn devil. Okay, which means what? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is going to protect these individuals. Okay, because the only reason the Most High will allow you to be destroyed is if you commit iniquity. Okay, and we're entering into the hour of temptation where this damn devil's going to try to get these people to go off. Okay, he's going to try to get you Israelites to commit the greatest sin by forsaking Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. If you don't do that, the Most High gonna deliver you, man. All right.
It says
So
even
that's our hope. Okay. So that's what's gonna keep these individuals going. That's gonna allow them not to submit to what this damn devil's offering, man. Keep going.
even so then at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
That's right. So that's what okay, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna have grace and favor. He's gonna deliver them out of the hands of Esau. His real plan ain't gonna work. Okay, see, but these people out here, they don't understand that, man. That's not even in their mind.
Yeah.
They stocking up. Oh, man, get your seeds. You know, make sure you get the heirloom seeds. You know, you don't want to have Terminator seeds. You have to go, you know, to these different corporations. Make sure you get a co-op. Make sure you have your gold, your guns. You know, because we got to ride this thing out, man. It's the only way. Now, the only way is trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Wait for him to deliver you. But these people don't believe in the Lord, man. Okay, so they're going to try to save themselves through their own means, and they're going to see those doors close one by one.
And that's when they're gonna go crazy. Because I've seen certain, preppers, homesteaders. They're like they're very concerned about what's about to go down and what's happening. But one thing I've been hearing them say is, we're gonna survive. It's gonna be tough, but we're gonna survive it. Will we get through it? Yeah, we'll get through it, but it's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? You're not getting through this.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can get through the famine, you can get through the drought, you can even get through the troops, but you're not gonna get through those missiles, man. Okay? Woe to them that desire the day of the Lord is as a man ran from a lion and a bear met him, and he escaped from the bear, and then what? The serpent bit him. Okay, the fine fiery serpent, man. So you're not getting away from this.
God.
Oh, even these guys that go into the mountains, man. The scriptures speak about how they're gonna be drinking the blood, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna be eating human flesh.
They're going to starve.
So all that prepping, all that, how you know that all that prepping, how you know you're gonna eat it? How you know you're gonna be there? How do you know that it's not gonna spoil?
Proverbs 27:1.
Or you might get a pestilence to where you can't eat no food, man.
What if some bugs get in your
That's what I'm saying.
they get in your gasket sealed MREs, man.
Yeah.
They get into your dry goods.
Yeah.
There's some rats.
Yeah.
There's some rats in your bunker, man. They bite through the plastic. They go to town on your shit, man. While you down in the city chilling.
Yeah.
You know, you all kick back, yeah, man. I'm good to go. Just waiting for all the, the SHTF.
Yep.
You know, just waiting for it. You know, then you get up there, all your shit is done. You know, that can happen. These people don't, take those things into account. And also, the ultimate plague that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to hit this place with, those thermonuclear missiles. We the only ones speaking about that.
Yep.
You listen to these preppers, you listen to these troopers, they ain't even thinking about that, man. That's the furthest thing from their mind. Okay, they want to try to, they think that cooler heads are going to prevail. Missiles will never get shot out. We're too advanced for that. We sit down and have peace talks. Okay, now with the new order, that's something different. We got to ride that out. We got to ride out this economic collapse. But there's never going to be nuclear war. The Bible says otherwise, man. Okay, bring it out real quick.
Proverbs 27:1. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, but thou knowest not what a day may bring forth.
Yeah, you don't know what the hell gonna happen tomorrow. But these people, they stocking up for years. Some people they've been buying, those survival packs. The dry good food. They got years worth of that, man. They could ride, a crisis out for 50 years. They just been buying it up. So they actually believe that that's going, save them. But what the scripture say? Read again.
It's Proverbs.
Just like you had that show Doomsday Preppers, that came out like hella years ago. People been already preparing for it, but like you said, you could be not even there where you invested all that money your whole life getting prepared for it, and you're not even there when shit hit the fan.
What about the mental anguish that you're gonna go through?
Yeah.
The people don't even take in consideration the mental aspect of everything, and the Most High, and then the Most High literally coming for you too.
Yeah.
They don't even take that into consideration. The Lord can just have a beast come out of somewhere, out of nowhere. He can literally create the beast right then and there, just for your ass.
Shit, break your bunker door down. You behind to it, thick steel, the beast break your bunker down, man. But another thing that's happening too, you people that you've been prepping. Some of y'all gotta dive into your MREs right now, man, because you ain't got enough money. Well, the stuff you was saving, oh man, we just open a little bit of it's gonna be good. Next thing you know, your whole supply gonna be gone, man.
Proverbs 27:1. Boast not thyself of tomorrow.
Yeah, so don't brag about tomorrow. Yeah, see, we got our plan. Oh, if this happens, I'm already good to go. I'm already stocked up. Okay, we trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and what do we say? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai willing, these things happen. We ain't proud, man. If you have it in your mind that you're gonna do something, the Most High upset your counsel. The Most High does it all the time. Well, he about to do it to Esau Edom in a major way, man. And this nigga been planning this since the 1700s. Okay, so this over, almost 300 years. This nigga been planning this, and the Most High gonna destroy his whole plan, man. Okay, he was boasting of tomorrow. What does it say on the back of the dollar? Annuit Hoeptis Novos Otis Seclorum. That came out in 1935. Which the Annuit Hoeptis means our enterprise. The Novos Otis Seclorum is the new secular order, or the new world order, man. So he been boasting that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai gonna shut that shit down. Okay, just like he can shut your plans down for you preppers, man. Well, something can happen to you on the way to your bug out spot.
Yeah.
If your tiger or the deer hop out in front of your car, and then you get into an accident.
What about your loved ones? Are you gonna be able to get your loved ones too? Things are not gonna go as planned, because man can plan, but it's the Most High that says, okay, this is gonna happen or that's gonna happen. So it's not gonna go according to how you think it's gonna go, man.
Right.
And then you're gonna have people that's gonna be raiding these bunkers, man. They're gonna go house to house. They're gonna find your ass, okay? And they gonna smoke you out, whatever they gotta do. So it's not gonna go according to, what about electricity, heating? You can die of the elements. What about you live in a place where there's a winter, a cold snap, that cold just seeps in. You got and a lot of you people are on prescription drugs.
Oh yeah, you through.
So you on Esau's medication. So you not gonna, you might have diabetes, you older, you might have blood issues.
Antidepressants.
Yeah, you antidepressant, anti-anxiety, you might have your checkup, you might have polyps, cancer. So a lot of you hey man, and then you're gonna be in a heightened state of stress. So that's gonna breed nothing but cancers, man. Okay? So it's not gonna go according to you people's plan. The Most High is coming to judge every single individual on the planet Earth.
That's right.
Okay, but the elect, they're gonna receive the righteous judgment. That's what the hopeful elect is looking for, man. There's no other way for you to escape this. The Lord even said when they go into space, though they set their nest amongst the stars, that's why I bring them down. He talks about in the deep, he gonna have the Leviathan come grab their ass up. In the bunkers, the Lord gonna have men come get them in them bunkers. Or you might be in a bunker, and that great earthquake comes, man, and shake your shit up, and you die in that bunker. So nobody's escaping this thing.
That's right.
It saved the elect.
Amos chapter 9.
Yeah, man, because what these people don't understand, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is the one that's orchestrating this whole thing. Just like we said earlier, the brother read the scripture, the Most High created everything, and they're here for his pleasure. The Most High does what he wants. Okay, so the Most High literally has set this whole ordeal up, man. And the majority of you people are going to get put to death. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't escape. If the Most High wants you to die, you're going to die, man. Okay, what if you actually make it to your bunker, and you get, you whip the meal up, you prepare, you eating it, you feeling good. Yeah, I made it, man. I'm good. What if you choke on that shit?
Yeah.
Man? You just give up the spirit. You people, they don't take that into account. Though. They don't believe in the Most High. You can bring that out?
Yes, Amos chapter 9, verse 1. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered.
Uh-huh.
Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them.
Yeah, the Most High telling you, hey, look, wherever you go, I'm gonna get your ass, man. Read that first part again. You know, they shall not escape. The Most High telling you what the deal is, man. All right, but see, you people out there, you proud, man. You don't believe in the Most High. You don't think he has the power that he declares that he has, man.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 1. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar. He said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away.
Yeah, he that fleeth of them shall not flee away, meaning you ain't gonna make it. Okay, just like you see in these movies, you know, somebody be trying to run, everything seems, oh man, he got the car, you know, they good to go. You know, and then the killer pop out of nowhere, the car shut off, you know, gas run out. You know, that's how it's gonna be for you people, man. You gonna think you're gonna get away, but then the Most High, he following your ass, man. Keep going.
He that fleeth of them shall not flee away. And he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be delivered. Okay, you gonna perish, man. Keep going.
Though they dig into hell,
and hell is the grave, so the ground. Okay, and this damn devil, he actually has, you know, deep underground military bases or dumps. Deep into the ground, man. He actually is down there to try to escape the plagues that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to hit the earth with. Okay, keep going.
Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them.
So the Most High going to get you. Okay, you people that got bunkers, you know, rich elites. So a lot of them is building bunkers too. The Most High going to get you, man. You can't escape from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The Most High isn't hindered by the ground or the earth. Okay? Keep going.
Though they climb up to heaven.
And that's what the space station is for. Okay? The space station is created for the elites to escape. All right? When the judgment comes, they're going to shoot up into space. The Most High going to get your ass up there too, man. Okay? See, what you people fail to realize is that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he's all powerful. There's nothing that limits the reach of the Heavenly Father. He can get you in space. He can get you under the ground, man. Okay, see, man, we can't dig quick enough to reach you, you know. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he can send his angels to go through the ground, man. Just pop up in your, you know, your dump. Okay? Or what he's gonna do, he's gonna send an elect to come pull your ass out of there and put chains on you, man.
He can shut down your oxygen system.
Yep.
He can shut, you know what I mean? It's easy because their oxygen system, there's still a tube that comes up to the surface as well, man. So it's flawed. He can flood you. You know, he can hit you with an earthquake, the crack the foundation. You know, he can just have you go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He can just have you fucking just go crazy.
You kill everybody in the compound. Then the Most High take the plague out. You plugging out. What the fuck did I do, man? You know.
Yep.
It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven,
yeah, space, keep going.
Thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence.
Yep, so they got bases in these mountains, man. Okay, keep going.
And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea.
And you best believe this nigga got underwater bases, man. Okay, he got, you know, structures underwater that sustain himself. He can live down there, man. Okay, the Most High know about those things you got. All right, keep going.
It says, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
Yeah, who's the serpent? Leviathan, man. Okay, he gonna take care of you. So there's no escape. All right. If the Most High wants you, he gonna get you. All right. The only way you can escape is if you get on the good side of Yahweh. All right. So when that plague comes, that judgment comes, you can beg the Lord, you know, have mercy. You know, the Most High, yeah, good, man. You know, I ain't gonna mess you up. Hey, he tells you know, whatever agent he's using to bring that judgment, he tells it to pass over you, man, whether it be angels, natural disasters, animals. You know, don't touch this individual. Keep going. Okay, but see, these people, they don't have the knowledge of that, man. What is it on that?
That was it.
Yeah, something else?
I got something else. It's Job chapter 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straight.
And these are the times that we're entering into, because this damn devil getting ready to implement that new world order, man. Okay, so it says in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straight. So when he's going to implement his NWO, those difficult times are going to come upon him, which that's what the word straits mean. Okay, his plan is not going to go according to how he thinks it's going to go, man.
It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon
Yeah,
him.
when you look that word wicked up, the word there is imal, which means the laborer. Okay, so these working class people, they're going to rise up. All right, and you see that happening out there in Sri Lanka. You see that happening out there in Germany. Okay, out there in Germany, they having cost of living riots, man. All right. Well, we reading the article here. Out there in Iran, they burned down bread stores. Okay, so this is going to take place throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is going to throw more wrenches in your plans, man.
It
Keep
says,
going.
when he is about to fill his belly,
That's when he, sits down at the table and declares that he's, fully implementing his new world order. Now he gets to rule over these nations. Keep going.
it says, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Yeah, he shall rain upon him while he is eating. So when he's sitting down, getting ready to enjoy his new world order, okay, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is going to rain nuclear fire upon his kingdom, man. Babylon going to be wiped off the face of the earth. The land of Israel going to be wiped off the face of the earth. Other places on the earth is going to get hit too, man. You're going to have to go into hiding to try to escape. Okay, and while you hiding, okay, you waiting for, the smoke to clear, so to speak. The elector going to come and pull your ass out of your hiding spot and put chains on you, man. You ain't escaping, Esau. Keep going.
He shall flee from the iron weapon.
What's that iron weapon? Those thermonuclear missiles, man. Okay, keep going.
And the bow of steel shall strike him through.
You're going to get hit. All right, there's no escape, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has declared it. That's exactly what's going to happen, man. So continue pushing your new world order, man. Roll the digital IDs out. Roll out the Haragma. Make it mandatory already, man. Okay, because once you do that, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai going to really turn up on your red ass, man. Keep going.
It says, it is drawn and cometh out of the body.
What's the body talking about? The silos. That's where these missiles are held at. Keep going.
Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall.
And why is it called the glittering sword? Because when it goes in, up in the atmosphere, the sun shines off of it, man. Because it's made of metal. All right, so this is talking about the nuclear missiles. Keep going.
It says, terrors are upon him.
Yeah, and you're going to be scared, man. Well, Esau's worst nightmare, well, he got, I'll say about 3 worst nightmares. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans coming back together. Okay, that's one of his nightmares. Yahweh Shai coming back. Okay, that's another nightmare of his, the chariots. And this is his other nightmare, man, nuclear destruction. All right, which is the reason why Esau got the doomsday clock. He's been trying to prevent a nuclear holocaust from happening since, the advent of the nuclear missile. Okay, or the nuclear bomb. He's deadly terrified of this, man. All right, so much so, the apostles can attest. They brought this out when that movie The Day After came out. Which was the scenario for that movie was there was a nuclear holocaust. America got hit with nuclear missiles. These Edomites was walking around all distraught, man. It was all down and low, because in their spirit they know that that's how they're gonna go out. Okay, nuclear missiles don't really scare Jake. Well, Jake can tell you they don't exist.
Yeah.
Man, they ain't no nukes. Y'all tripping. But Esau, he knows that these things are real, and he knows that that's how society is going to be destroyed, man. That's why he, be scrambling to try to, let's get the nuclear peace talks.
It says, all darkness shall be hid in his secret place. A fire not blown shall consume him.
That's those thermonuclear fire. Okay, because it doesn't need oxygen to ignite. This is a nuclear reaction. Atoms being split, which causes that intense heat. Keep going.
It says, a fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
Yeah, so this is what we're talking about, man. So you could escape the famine. You can escape the pestilence, the diseases. You can overcome the marauders. But you ain't gonna escape those thermonuclear missiles, man. Whoever's here on the shores of Babylon, and you are not a part of the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're gonna die, man. Well, how many of you people can actually escape a nuclear explosion? And in all these movies, they show the same thing. Once they hear that, that air raid horn go off, you get the message, Russia has shot missiles on America. They'll be here in about 30 minutes. Everybody trying to run. And you cannot outrun a nuclear bomb, man. But these people try to do it. They try to run in the subway. They showed you that in that movie The Day After. Once they seen the missiles being shot off, You know, it was John Lithgow. He was looking up at the missiles. He's like, where are they going? He said they're going to Russia. You know, he said it takes about 30 minutes for them to get there. Then some other dude looked at him. He said, don't theirs take the same amount of time too? Then the next scene, everybody was running throughout the city, man, scrambling. You know, trying to get into a basement. You know, trying to run into the subway. You know, bumping into each other, stepping over people, man. But all that is of no avail. You're gonna die. Okay, you cannot outrun a nuclear explosion, man.
So they had a small example that the Lord gave with the Hawaii. He said they got an announcement on the phone. Had people actually opening up sewers, trying to throw their children in the sewers, thinking that's gonna save them.
And then more recently, you know, there was an episode of that show American Horror Story. The same thing happened. You know, there was a nuclear, Holocaust, and the same thing happened. People, this is in LA, mind you, they was crashing into each other, you know, killing each other, running over people to try to escape. Where the hell you gonna go? You know,
I was gonna say this: the only way you can escape that at that point is divine intervention.
That's right.
The only way you're gonna escape nuclear destruction is if you're that position of salvation is only open for the elect of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
That's the only way.
Yeah, ain't none of you heathens gonna go in those churches. Okay, for you to even get in there, you gotta be holy. Our body's gonna be changed. How about Shem Yahushua willing we make it in there? The Most High ain't changing none of you heathens' bodies, man. First of all, you ain't even worthy in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to even be saved from nuclear destruction, man. Most High don't care about you. Okay, just like read it again, bro. It said it shall go ill with them that are left in his tabernacle, man. If you here, you're gonna die. The only ones that have a shot at getting out of here are the elect of the nation of Israel, man. The rest of you people, I don't know what to say. You know, you can watch them movies and, you know, try to figure out your strategy of where you're gonna run to, but you're still gonna perish, man.
You gotta get out of America. That's number one.
Yeah, but hey, you here now. You know, you ain't trying to leave. You want to stay here. The day is gonna come upon you as a thief in the night. You're gonna try to leave at the last moment. It's gonna be too late, man. You know, you can try to hop in a speedboat, hop in a yacht, you know, and try to flee, but it ain't gonna work, man. You know, you could try to figure it out. You know,
it's back in Job 20 and 26. All darkness shall be hid in a secret place. A fire not blown shall consume him.
Yep.
It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
Yeah, so if you're here in America, you're gonna die. Okay? If you're not a part of the elect of the nation of Israel, you're gonna get burned up, man. Okay? And there's nothing that you have created that can save you from a nuclear explosion. The only thing that can save you is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's it on that, right?
The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against
And
him.
this is another thing that Esau Edom isn't anticipating. Okay, he expects, you know, some kind of blowback, you know, from him trying to implement his NWO, but the earth is going to rise up against this damn devil, man. The people ain't with this. Okay, you're going to have to deal with a lot of rebellions taking place when you try to implement your new world order, man. A lot of people ain't going to be with you. You're going to catch major resistance here in Babylon. Okay, and then what? The Supreme Court just passed that law. You can open carry. That's a right. That's an inalienable right that you have as an American. You don't need no permit, man. Okay, you have the right to open carry in any part of the country. Okay, which is just going to boost these militias up. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing this to fulfill his prophecies, man. It's going to be wild out here. Okay, he's going to call in the mercenaries, he's going to call in the National Guard, but they're going to get jacked up and then they're going to have to get sent out to the Middle East to fight this war, man. Okay, so you're done, Esau. You didn't take into account everything, man. You didn't plan properly. Okay, well, really, Satan, you know, he gave you it was the right plan, but it was the wrong plan for you, man. You should have tried to revise it to say, let's make sure we cover every base. You know, Satan telling him, don't worry about it, man. I got it covered. Just do what I tell you to do, man. Which is the reason why you're gonna find yourself in the situation that you're gonna find yourself in.
It says the increase of his house shall depart.
All these goods that you have, man. All this wealth that you built up. The Most High gonna take it away from you and give it to the person you hate the most, Jacob. Okay? The dude that you want to put to death, he gonna get all your possessions, man.
It says, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High.
Yeah, and it's talking about Esau Edom, mainly your elites. This is your portion. This is what Yahweh Shem Yahushai has set out for you. Keep going.
And the heritage appointed unto him by the Most
This
High.
is what you inherited. You inherited destruction. This is guaranteed to happen, man. And there's no escape. There's nothing you can do to stop this from happening. All right, you got something else?
I got something else real quick. Going back to the MOTV.
Go back to that article.
Going back to the MOTV is Revelation chapter 19, verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet
What's the false prophet is the Roman Catholic Church.
that wrought miracles before him,
Uh-huh.
which it said with which he deceived them that have received the mark of the BEAST.
Yeah, so he gonna deceive you people, man. He's gonna tell you, you know, this is something good. You know, this is the next step in technology, the technological advancements gonna make everything better. You know, but you're deceived, man, because he ain't gonna tell you what this thing is really about. This is the stigma that you read about in Revelation 13:16 when you read, the 666 is the number of a man, okay, and his number is 603 score and 6. When you look that up, you know, it's child size stigma. The last word stigma represents the haragma. That's what it is, man. Okay, we look the word stigma up in the Greek. It's a brand that you use to identify your slaves, man. Okay, so that's what this is. He's branding you. He ain't gonna tell you that. You think he gonna tell these people in Iran that this is a slave mark that he gonna give you? No, it's a digital ID. Okay, it's a digital ID, man. It's not a slave. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay, don't get that out of your mind. This ain't that mark that they be talking about. Those Christians, those Hebrew Israelites. Don't worry about that, man. Those people are wackos. It's a digital ID. You know, keep going.
With which he deceived them that have received the mark of the BEAST, and them that worship his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone.
And see, that's where more deception comes in there, because he ain't telling you what's going to be your end, man. If you take that, you're going to die. You're going to burn up. Okay? If you make it past the famine and the rest of these things that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has prepared, you're going to get burned up in the thermonuclear destruction, man. Guaranteed. If you take that haragma. Okay? But he ain't going to tell you that, hey, you know, there's a chance that you can get burned up by a missile if you take this, right? He ain't going to tell you that, look, this is a digital ID. Just take it. It's going to make your life better. Okay? You're going to be good, man. You want food, right? All right? Take this. I'll give you food. You'll be fine, man. Don't worry about anything else. That's on that. I kind of can jump back to that article.
It's back in the article. It says the bread scheme will come into force in about 2 months.
It's a scheme.
The scheme will later include other goods such as chicken, cheese, and vegetable oil.
So I can read it again.
The scheme will later include other goods such as chicken, cheese, and vegetable oil.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the food eventually is going to be, you know, attached to that. You're going to get all the food at a subsidy. But you got to take that digital ID. First is bread. You know, so the people that can hold out, okay, we don't need to buy bread at this you know, this price. We can just exit out of our, you know, diet. Okay. Well, look, next is going to be the chicken. Next is going to be the cheese. Next is going to be the vegetable oil. You know, and then everything else is going to follow afterwards. So he's pretty much corralling you people into this system. Okay, like you got the sheep. If you ever seen sheep get herded, you lead the ones in the back to, you know, towards the pen. That's what he's doing. You got some that's gonna go in. Some of you people gonna be stubborn. You gonna sit back. Now I ain't taking no digital ID. Okay, well look, you know, add the chicken on. Add the chicken on there, man. Hey, and just that, if they implement that here, a lot of you niggas gonna take it, man. Jake like chicken.
Oh yeah.
Keep going.
It says, so the Iranians will need the digital ID to have access to a limited amount of bread at subsidized prices while keeping on buying the rest at exorbitant market rates if one wants.
Yes, so you got a choice to make, man. Do you buy it at the exuberant market rate, or do you get the subsidized rate?
Yep.
Most people gonna go subsidized, man.
And it said it doesn't even apply to everything. It's just for I believe just for the bread.
Yep.
Everything else you gotta pay regular price. So you only getting a discount just for bread.
Yep. But wait until they add the chicken on there, man. They wait till they add the meats. Keep going.
But for the 50% of the population which lives below the poverty line, this isn't an option. Their only option is to accept the digital biometric ID to which all resources are being tied, not just to bread, but will later include other goods.
Read that again.
But for the rest of the 50% of the population,
Yeah, the rest of the 50% of the population that's below the poverty line, which is the reason why he's doing what he's doing here, man. He has the gas prices at the level that they are at. Okay, the price of food is going up, the cost of living is going up. And what is he doing with that? He's extracting everybody's wealth, man. He's destroying the middle class. Okay, so all you're going to have is a bunch of poor people that's going to hop on board with this program that he's going to roll out, this subsidy program. Okay, well, I need it. You know, I can't eat. Well, we need help from these people are going to clamor for it, man. We need you to help us out. Okay, that's where the UBI comes in at too.
it says, which lives below the poverty line, this isn't an option. Their only option is to accept the digital biometric ID to which all resources are being tied to, not just to bread, but will later include other goods. The cut on bread subsidies is something that the Iranian government says that must be done because the government cannot keep subsidizing all the bread forever.
Yeah, which you don't need to subsidize bread. Why don't you just give these people land so they can, you know, grow their own wheat and process their own stuff? But that's not this current society that we living in, man. Okay, we living in a system to where you gotta go out and buy your own stuff. You don't make your own stuff, man. You don't produce anything. You're a consumer. You're a slave. Okay, so you are at the whims of the government. All right.
So it will offer these digital coupons, which is a term used to dress this up nicely, which will allow them to access a limited amount of bread at subsidized prices.
Yeah, which goes into, you know, what the brother read in Revelation, the 19th chapter. Okay, that deceived them that took the mark of the beast. Okay, that's a deception, man. He's dressing up nicely. Okay, look, these are digital coupons. All right, he ain't telling you that. Look, this is the haragma that you read about in Revelation, the 13th chapter. If you put yourself in this system, you're gonna be my perpetual slave. He ain't telling you that. These are just coupons to help you out, so you can eat. Okay, so you can get bread at a cheap price. I know you need bread. I'm trying to help you out. All right.
What this also means is that people will be limited to a small number of bread purchases at affordable prices. Hence, food is becoming the best vector to force people to get their digital ID, and the bottom line is that people won't be able to eat unless they have these digital biometric cards in a non-opt-in system. So the Iranian government is arbitrarily imposing true cost accounting because it does not want people to eat.
Yep. That's it on that, right?
Yeah, that's it.
You can hit Revelation, the 13th chapter. There you go.
Well, during COVID, the state of California was giving everyone unemployment, right? And then if you it expired, I think last fall, and if you wanted to do it, you had to upload a digital ID. You had to do a life scan. So if you want to get unemployment, well, they said it's because of the scamming, right?
Yeah.
Because people from all over the world were getting California unemployment. Niggas is living in Bangladesh getting the bag. You know what I mean? And so people are living good off of that. So, but that's the the problem reaction solution. So now if you want unemployment, you got to upload your digital ID, your live scan, which is your fingerprints. Okay, and then you straight up do like an Apple phone face scan. So does the face what do they call it?
The biometric scan?
The facial recognition technology. So they put that all in a database, and that's all going to be part of that digital coupon. Once they hit you with that digital coupon, it's all going to be meshed together. Okay, and that's an invasion of your privacy. Okay, because who has access to that? Everybody. All right, and that's why they got to get rid of this place called America.
It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Which the image of the beast is this current system that's set up, which is modeled after the Roman system. Keep going.
That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Which when you look that word killed up, another definition there, is pretty much to be sanctioned. Which that's what he's going to do. We just read about it. Okay, you got the choice. You can either opt into the digital ID system, or you can pay, or buy bread at 300 times the regular price, man.
They was pretty much doing that at a low level with the when they first came out with the Jews, saying that like you ain't gonna be able to participate in society, like you're basically gonna be sanctioned pretty much if you don't take the juice.
It says, and he cause of all, both small and great.
Yeah, we looked that word cause. Well, you can look it up, Bob Shot, in the blue letter.
It says, we'll read it again. It says, and he caused them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Yeah, and that word mark, we always go into it, man. The word there is haragma, okay, which, the definition of that is to make an incision, cut or make an incision. And then the key, the root word for haragma is harax, which that's the word for, the instrument that they're going to use to inject you with that subdermal device. Okay. You got it.
You said for which word?
Causes.
Yeah. It's
You want to be around Jake. Catching hell over there.
it says poeo.
Yep.
And it says to make with the names of things made, to produce, construct, form, fashion.
Yeah, so he's setting this whole thing up, man. Okay, he's setting this infrastructure up. Keep going.
To be the authors of the cause.
To be the authors of the cause. So he's authoring this, man. Okay, he's creating this system, and he's telling you people, look, you gotta hop on board with it, or if not, you can't buy and sell. Okay. Keep going.
To make ready, to prepare, to produce, bear, shoot forth, to acquire, to provide a thing for oneself, to make a thing out of something, to render one anything, to constitute or appoint one anything.
What is he appointing? He's going to appoint that all you people need to get on board with this system, man. And we read about it in that article. Okay, and they're using your food to do that. Okay, and this is out there in Iran, and you best believe it's going to take place here, man. Expect, gas subsidies. Okay, expect food subsidies, man. Expect rent subsidies. Okay, car registration payment subsidies, man. All of that, just so he can get you, locked into the system, man. And then once she's got you, you're done. Okay, all those subsidies are going to disappear. You're going to be a hardcore slave, man. Sit on that, right?
Well, it says to constitute. What does that sound like? That sounds like the Constitution, right? And then that word constitute in the etymology, right? That con meaning together, right? It's that to, right? To set up. Or really, the constitute is to establish to a point.
Oh, yep.
Okay. All right. So that's like, so you're establishing that, hey, well, if you keep reading, the next one it says the ordain. Well, I got it right here, actually. Okay, it says to constitute or appoint one anything, to appoint, ordain one that, declare one anything. So that's what this devil's doing. He's pushing everybody. He's going to declare it. He's going to make it an order, and he's going to establish it. It's going to be in the law, saying, hey, if you don't take this check, or you don't take this mark, you're going to be able to participate in society.
Yep.
They're not going to be able to work, not going to be nothing because we can't trust you.
Yeah.
Because who knows? There may be. Well, Joe Biden says there'll be another pandemic. That's not conspiracy theory, okay?
He didn't go into details about it.
You just say, get ready. There's going to be another one, okay? So, get ready, okay? And that's part of that, him causing all.
Yep.
And one of the words there, it's I think here in the KJV translation count, it was used, that word in the poieo in the Greek, 579 times. All right, mainly for the word do, like just do it. That's pretty much what Esau's gonna say, man. Why is a Nike, okay, which is a Greek god, okay, that's showing you with vibration that their slogan is just do it. That's what it's gonna come down to it. What was the biggest argument to take juice, to get it? They would say just do it.
Just do it.
Just get whatever.
Yeah.
Just get it,
Get
man.
the juice.
Just take the juice.
Save your grandma.
Just get medicated, right? They would say that. Just do it. There was no, like, you know what? Think about it. Give us some time. Give us some rest. Because a year from now, supposed to be worried about that shit. Well, actually, the list of the side effects are going to come out, right? Or you're going to see the effects of it on the general population. Nah, just do it now. And that's what Esau's going to do. And it's going to work perfectly because your Federal Reserve isn't worth a goddamn thing right now. It's
through.
It's literally it's on flames, crashing right now, man. It's like the old World War II movies. They made it. It's literally, it's a kamikaze pilot. Okay, that's your economy right now, and it's a free fall. And I was listening to a lot of these Fox Business guys, right? And they're saying we're not. You think we're bottoming? We're not even close to the bottom. He's like, get ready for a wild ride. He's like, because they're just basing everything on graphs and past recessions. The past recession dropped even harder, man. Okay, and a lot of people don't even understand that in 2020 when this shit tanked, that March when they shut everything down, they did the lockdown. The economy collapsed.
Yep.
Everything collapsed, man. There was no way to pay wages, no way to survive. So what happened? The federal government came out, the Federal Reserve came out, and not only gave a little bit of stimmies, the main stimmy was they went and they bailed out Wall Street. They bailed out all the big corporations, man. Okay? They bailed them all out.
Prepped up the market.
They propped it back up. Yep. And you're feeling the effects of that now.
Yep.
Okay? Yeah, it led to a world record, right, recovery.
Yeah, the quickest
recovery of all time, right? That's because people are at home and doing what? Throwing money into the market.
Yep.
Literally, everybody was day trading, man.
Yeah. Robinhood.
Robinhood.
GameStop and all these other,
eToro.
Yeah, people were just
Webull.
blowing money in general because he was getting free money.
Yeah.
People were blowing money on everything. And what was that money really going to? These top corporations that got bailed out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they were getting the money. And then next thing you know, Joe Biden gets in office and he does this prints $1 trillion more.
Yep.
Another American Rescue Plan. What was that? The bailout even more Edomites, top companies, man. And now you're feeling the effects of that, the inflation.
Yep.
Okay, and that's part of the plan, right? To tank this economy. And we've been preaching on how this place can't stand any longer. Right? It's going to get to a point where it's going to collapse. The debt is beyond imagination, man.
It's unsustainable.
Super unsustainable.
Well, it's in the trillions. Mm-hmm. The hundreds of trillions. Really, if you add the derivatives and all the other debt, this damn devil has, man. Even the 23 trillion.
And then the private debt, the debt held by private citizens. Mm-hmm. How much more the student loans, and then the commercial loans,
Debt.
and then the mortgage
Credit
loans,
card debt.
and then the credit card debt. You're in the hundreds of trillions now. So, what direction is that going to go? Into the shithole, man. Okay, and you see what's happening right now with the Supreme Court. Okay, they're gonna rule on something, and it's gonna fuck people up even more than this damn Roe v. Wade. And you see them people, you see how they react.
Yeah, they bugging out, crying, bitches crying and shit.
Here it is, Here it is, the women that aren't even gonna get nutted in are losing their minds. You look at the people losing their mind. Those people, they should get abortions. The majority of those people need abortions, All right? Nobody wants you to reproduce, okay? But that's the plan of the elites, okay? The stop the reproduction, to do something about overpopulation. Well, RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, said at the time they ruled on Roe v. Wade, there's a lot of hype about the overpopulation. And the main overpopulation was who?
Minorities.
You jakes.
Undesirable.
Okay, because back in the 50s when there wasn't a lot of you, okay, or they had you in check, Esau could step all over you and do whatever you want, and everything was good. But now Jake was moving in their neighborhoods. Now they're moving into the city. Oh, now you got Motown, you got all these things, you got all these Jakes, and then Esau's looking at it like, okay, man, we got to do something about this. And they said they passed Roe v. Wade. Because who did that really affect, man?
Yeah, Jake. That's what Planned Parenthood was directly targets you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
It's a eugenicist plan, man. Starting with Margaret Sanger, okay? So you already know what she is. She hated with the passion so-called Puerto Rican, so-called black woman. They wanted to exterminate y'all, man. Okay, so what was her whole plan? To get rid of the so-called undesirables. And RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, you already know what she is. Okay,
Part of the mafia.
she's part of that mob. She said that overpopulation really spooked us, so we had to do something about it because too many people are being born that we don't want to be born. She said that, and then I looked at a Snopes article, right, to debunk it. They said, well, it's half true. What does that mean? They said she personally didn't say that. Wait a second. So they're trying to argue that her intent was different. It says what it says. I'll actually read the quote.
How would you know what her intent was behind the?
I'll read the quote because it's deep, man. Okay.
Which Snopes, by the way, is set up. They ran by the same people that Ruth Bader Ginsburg is. Snopes is owned by the mafia.
Yep. Here she says, frankly, I thought at the time Roe was decided, there was concern about population growth, and particularly growth in populations that we didn't want to have too many of.
Which is who? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You get Genesis 27:41 and Ezekiel the 35th chapter. This nigga hates you, man. Okay, and everything all the policies that he implements, which tells you that in the book of Psalms, the 64th chapter as well. He shoots arrows at you privily, man. He lays snares for you privily. Okay, so he can destroy you. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they ain't worried about Eastern Europeans. They ain't worried about Ham. They ain't worried about Jaffet or Elam. The undesirables are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Well, look how they let those other ones run free around here, man.
Yeah. Well, Elam everywhere.
Yeah, they run.
He's got all kind of. He bring his family from India.
Oh,
they
he
set up
good.
shop. They got their grandma in there, their uncle, the whole family living in the house, and they fucking breeding, man.
Well, I said the other week where I was watching them. I was watching that what's going on at the border. Some people undercover down at the border. A bunch of damn Elamites coming in, man. Straight up from fucking India, man. Elam over there, man. And, they got some people from all over the world there. Sure, you know what that means.
It's Genesis chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing.
Esau represents you so-called white people. Okay, which Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she was one of them. Margaret Sanger's another one. They Edomites, man.
Yeah. You Edomites that think that you're separate from the so-called Jew, you gotta stop that, man. All right, just because you're a lower level Edomite and you're not an Amalekite, that's your problem, man. That's not ours. All right, you better deal with that guy. You let this guy run free.
Yeah.
Right? I got an argument with a Edomite, right, about the abortion thing because he's trying to say, really, you can see it's not white women. It's really these black women and Hispanic women that support the abortion. I said, get the fuck up out of here, man. It's you damn Edomites. You're the main ones. He said, actually, those are Jews. Same people. All right.
Well, they bought that out in that movie, Goodbye Uncle Tom. There was a certain scene in there. It was a rat. He was trying to classify Jake. And he was talking about the people that own the slaves. And he brought up that word Caucasian. And the dude that was filming, he's like, "Hold up, ain't you a Caucasian?" He's like, "No, I'm not. I'm a Jew. You the same people, man."
Well, he really meant to say the goy.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, don't be mad because they call you a goy and you're not part of the mafia, man. Well, Henry Ford was mad.
Yeah.
Henry Ford, man, he hated the mafia.
He made a book, International Jew. Bro, he cursed, Amalek out in there. He basically said that you ain't who you say you are.
I'm gonna read that again. I'm gonna buy a Ford.
God.
Oh well, you already know who runs Ford now.
Yeah, right? You gotta get the old school.
Yeah, you gotta get the bucket. You gotta get the Model T. The Model T. Yeah, because you already know who took over. All right, soon after.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Yeah, and that's why he hates you, man, because our forefather Isaac gave us the blessing. He got rejected.
Mm-hmm. And part of that blessing was the Lord dealing with us, in particular, telling us to go and be fruitful and multiply. Mm-hmm. That's part of our culture. That's part of the commandments.
Yep.
Okay? And being fruitful and multiplying is go around and doing what you got to do with a woman. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's pretty simple. And you people that want abortions, you just want to be able to lay with whoever you want, whenever you want, and then to terminate whatever happens after. You don't want zero accountability. Mm-hmm. Okay, back in the ancient world, you couldn't do that. But really, you go back into the ancient world, they were trying to do abortions back then. Okay, and what were the main abortions were the child sacrifice. Mm-hmm. As soon as that baby was born, they was ready to throw it to Molech. Like, I'll wait 9 months. because I could get the baby up to Molech,
Yeah, and I get blessings.
and then I'll get blessings. Then I'll be able to advance myself in society.
What's the same thing here?
Which is exactly
You
what
know?
you do here in America.
You
man.
murder, so what? You keep your career going. You can keep Hot Girl Summer going.
They you got all these different companies that came out right after the shit passed saying
So
that
we're
they'll
gonna
cash
fly-
out 4,000.
We're gonna
just so
fly you
they
to
can
Cali.
out.
Yep.
We're gonna fly you to Cali to zap your baby. And then I think was it Dick's Sporting Goods? Somebody
Yeah,
said
yeah.
the-
Big dick energy. That's what they said.
Oh my god. Well, they said they'll pay you $4,000 and fly you out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Think about it. When you're on maternity leave, that last month you're not working.
hmm
Okay, how much are you making a month? Okay, you're making at least what? Let me think. 2,400 maybe, and then another month of pregnancy. That's another 2,400. That's 5,000. And then you need another month of maternity leave. That's another 2,400. So already the maternity leave is more expensive than them sending you out to get the baby zapped, man. So that's all. Well, the main reason why they illegalized it because they wanted women to stay working.
Yep.
Okay, so you could be another tax slave.
Yep.
Okay, another person that's a slave to a subsistence wage. What are you doing? You're getting taxed and you're throwing more money to who?
Yep.
The mafia.
Mafia. Yep.
Okay.
And then also, you bringing the system down further because you driving the wages up.
Yep.
You know, so now you got to work more. You got to work longer hours. To where back in the day, in the 50s, before the women could work, a man he was good on one salary. He could pay for his whole family, man. You know, you have your house, your children. They was all good. You know, now you got to get 3, 4, 5 jobs, man.
Well, that man is actually stuck playing child support.
Yeah, and alimony and a whole
And
bunch
alimony.
of other stuff.
Yeah. Here it is. You could have got some women don't get abortions so they could get the child support. Man. So what? How do you want it, man? What's the point of it? At the end of the day, a man's still going to support you because the so-called white man is going to uses a kangaroo family court to come in and garnish your wages to pay her to take care of your kids, man. If you want to leave the family, you don't want to support. So there's a woman, she's getting helped out regardless. But supposedly everybody's equal. You can zap it, you can keep it, you can do what you want. Then why you need a man to pay for it? Okay? When you have the right to choose what to do for everybody. Well, I choose to have a child, so now it's his responsibility. Well, I choose not to, so now it's nobody got to deal with it, man. What would the elites rather have, man? It doesn't matter. They're win-win because the main people that are suffering is so-called Black, Latino, and Native American. Well, now more and more so, it's the so-called white man, Esau. Esau, you're totally finished, man.
Yeah, his numbers are low.
And your numbers are super low.
His women ain't having kids either.
Well, your woman's a race trader, man. Okay, you could talk about Jake. Oh, well, your woman, dude. Hey, man, she been doing that since fucking conquest. All right, when your red foot decided to go west. Okay, to sail the ocean blue with Columbus, man. All right, so our woman, we're not even part of the problem. Okay, you've been in their control. Here it is, you have your woman, she's underneath your control, and look at her, she's gone. She's over here trying to argue whether a man can be pregnant. Actually, you can't say women's rights. You got to say birthing people's rights. And then a woman cheered and she's pregnant at one of the protests. She says, "Not yet a human." Just
She wrote on her
that bitch in the third trimester, man. She ready to blow up. She ready to pop out. Not yet a human. But if you throw that bitch down the stairs, that's a double homicide.
Yep. Which that's the confusion of this place, man. That shows you why this place got to be destroyed. The laws are completely out of. These people are bugged the fuck out, man.
Yeah, if
she goes to somebody and they put it to death while it's inside, it's not a human. But if you fuck her up or you kill her, and the child
not even
dies,
kill her. If you just fucking drop kick her.
Yeah.
All right. And you just wanted to hurt her, but you just end up killing the baby.
You're going down for murder one.
Murder one. And the baby survives, comes out fucked up. That's attempted murder. All right. They're coming after you.
Yeah, it's a backward society.
Well, the woman, she could fucking shove a clothes hanger up there.
Yeah.
It's brave. It's a brave act. You people are sick, man. That's why I have no problem. And when I heard that the Most High is going to destroy this place, I rejoice, man. That's one of the best things to hear. All right, about the prophecy that the Most High is going to get rid of people, man. You see what's right across this bridge over there, man? The sickest shit imaginable is going down. And it's a beautiful thing that the the Most High said at the Supreme Court to give that ruling, man. Because they try to rain on their parade, literally. Right, but they don't give a shit because this San Francisco, they're still going to be killing
Yeah,
babies.
California.
Ain't nothing changed.
California's still gonna do it.
It's going to be a sanctuary
That
state.
nigga Newsom gonna allow it.
They're going to do what they want, man. Go ahead.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Yeah, so he's been planning to kill us all the way from the beginning, man. Okay, as soon as he realized that his father was gone, all right, I'm gonna mourn him 7 days. After that, there's only one thing on my mind: revenge. And that's been his ultimate focus this entire time. That's what you so-called white people want to go after, man. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Why do you think vocab alone? He only going after one group because he's an Edomite, man. He's in, and that's why we know for sure that he's an Amalekite because of his spirit, the way he's acting right now.
Yeah, he's from the house of Agag at that. top level small hat.
And those are spiritual breakdowns. All right, we can't literally get his pedigree out, but you're in that spirit, man. You're in that exact spirit.
Well, we don't need his pedigree.
No, we don't need it.
Flesh
We
and
see
blood
it.
have not revealed these things, but the Spirit of the Most High revealed these things to us.
That's right.
And we don't care if you don't believe or not. Who the fuck are you, man?
He's a complete.
You're just a low-level Agagite.
Yep.
Which we could do Sakari, but we ain't gonna do that.
and you're going into slavery. Okay, I did see Saul Nunn. He asked him the question, man. He tried to get. He's asking him the question about Issachar, man. Vocab, you're done, man. And then he's over here talking to Nepal. That place needs a missile, man. Okay, Saul Netter, the way he clickbaiting for views. Okay, a lot of you people use this truth for views, man, for clout, to get a warm fuzzy feeling inside, man. It ain't about all that, man. Oh, to gain a following, they have people just kissing your ass on comment boards all over the place, man. It ain't about that, man. We're literally preparing for mass death out here, man. Okay, and the way this country's going, civil war is on the cusp. There's gonna be states are gonna secede. Okay, the way these states are going, the way they're so different from each other, they said, "Fuck it, we don't need a constitution." Because the people that live in these states, they don't give it. They don't want nothing to do with that. I was listening to the so-called Jew last night on PBS, right? They asked a woman, hardcore feminist, right? Old nasty feminist from the 60s. You know, she hanging out Angela Davis type deal, right? She was talking about her point was something we make a point of. When Esau wrote the Constitution, you niggas were not in there, man.
He's in slavery.
All right, so you're the last thing. So-called Native Americans. Come on, man. All right. And then you women, you guys were far an afterthought, man. None of those rights in the Constitution or Declaration of Independence, none of those writings had anything to do with you, man. You were out the picture. It was all about landowning Edomites. And then they really wanted that in the first place. Oh, you can't vote unless you're a landowner. They wanted that in the first place, man, but they couldn't get that because too many people were armed up, man. Okay? So she brought up that point, but why is she bringing up that point? To create more division, right? But it's all we say it because it's a fact and it's the truth. But these other people use certain things to create more division, man. And the division they're creating is literally setting two sides to go to war for each other, man. All right, because you got these so-called Christian, they're calling it a right-wing activist court, the Supreme Court, and they're using whatever decision they made on this last guy, Donald Trump, man. Okay?
One dude playing Kavanaugh, ruling the senators. He said that he got duped, basically, or he was misled by Kavanaugh,
right?
Which is Trump's nominee.
Trump put 3 of them in there, so that's why everything's swinging the way it is.
Supposedly.
But then, what's his name? I was watching an old interview with Clarence Thomas, right? He's the Jake, the so-called black man Supreme Court justice, and they're showing him dealing with Joe Biden directly because at that time when he was, I think it was early 90s, when they were putting him up there, they was doing the same Kavanaugh thing. Oh, they were accused of bringing a woman out the woodwork, saying he was abusive, sexual assault and whatnot. And Joe Biden was up there talking shit to him, right? Totally different Joe Biden, man. He's all sharp. And then asking like, what do you think he meant by that, right? He's like, I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. he's like, man, really? They just say whatever. It's just a big show. You just got to sit there and deal with it, man. He's pretty much he dismissed Joe Biden as a fucking idiot, man. And he's just all for show politician, man. He's just there to be a slimy greaseball politician. He don't know nothing about the law. He don't know nothing about deep constitutional rights, right? Like a lot of these judges, they go deep into that shit, man. And there's a spirit on Jake to really know about the law, man. He'll go deep into the law. What's his name? Justinian, right? That Roman was that was it could have been a Jake.
He's
man.
a Jake, yeah.
He probably was a Jake. Justinian was a Jake, man. Okay, when they codified the first Romans, when they codified the law. All right, and that's pretty much the same law we're dealing with now. That Roman style law. It's codified. Well, this guy Joe Biden said, when I get in there, I'm gonna codify Roe v. Wade. He said this in 2019. So they can't get rid of it. What happened? He didn't do it. Oh, Obama had the chance to do it. He didn't do it. Why? Because they need that carrot to wave in front of you, assholes, so you could go vote for them, man. It's all ploy. It's all a big game, man. And the game, whatever it's going to end, it's going to end in violence. Yep. Okay?
I got some precepts. Obadiah verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
Mm-hmm. And you so-called white people, you Edomites, you don't know a damn thing what's really going on, man. Because they just listen to what the media tells them. And the media just dumbs you down. They don't want you to be informed. They're not trying to give you the correct answers. They're trying to guide your mind to think a certain way. They're all about mind control. So you're out there looking at the media, and then now you're mad. Now you're running out to the streets thinking that my mother had more rights than me, you know? My grandmother had more rights than me. Here it is, your mom and grandma were getting their asses beat by men on a daily, man. You know what I mean? Your grandma was getting the foot in her ass, straight up. Back in them days, a man sit down and eat some too salty, he'll throw the plate at a bitch, man. And he literally, man. You'll throw the water in her face. Get the fuck out of my face, bitch. That's how they used to get down. But you over here, all over on Tinder, getting nutted in all over the place. Now you're saying, oh, I have less rights than my grandmother. You people are sick, man. Okay? Bitch, you wasn't no flappers in the rolling 20s, man. The flappers were getting their ass. They was getting raped. Okay? A lot of those girls that was out there being those women that said, oh, I'm a
modern day feminist.
Yeah, you
flappers
pushing the envelope. Back then, they was getting raped, man. There was some sick guys out there waiting for him in the alley, man. I'm gonna get this, but I'm gonna show her. And then what happened? The cops would be like, good for the bitch. That's how it used to be. Yet the woman would say, my grandmother had more rights than me. That bitch was catching hell compared to in your feminist ideology. The shit you guys got going on now, you're free to do whatever the hell you want, man. There was no child support back then. If you had a child out of wedlock, that was on you. Shit, you're a whore. What the hell are you having? Why are you having extramarital affairs? Right? This whole thing about sex before marriage, that's because you didn't want to risk having a child out of wedlock. Because that was a shame on you. And then that man would dip out. And they don't marry a woman. Yeah. And they don't have children with them. And they don't have his name.
Yeah, no man will want you just like today.
Mm-hmm. But now it's okay. Because these guys don't care. They're sick. They'll guys, oh, she got 3 baby daddies. Well, I'll be the 4th. That's what they do, man. Keep going.
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
Yeah, they got a thing called ADD, all different daddies. Every time a woman talks about their children, oh yeah, I got 2 kids, 3 kids. Oh, ADD? Yeah. Of course. Bitch, I think you're stupid for asking. Why not? Yeah. These people are sick, man. Go ahead.
And the understanding out of the mount of Esau, it says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's going to happen to you high-class ruling elite Edomites. All right? Because these low-level people, as crazy and wild they look out on the street, they're not the problem, man. Because they really don't have a problem. I mean, they really don't have any power, okay? Yeah, they could go out on the streets and raise hell and go crazy on the internet. That's all for you to think that they're controlling things, right? So that you could go to war and kill them. That's all part of the mind control. There's some dudes behind the scene. The guys that run the algorithms, the guys that are pushing out the radio waves, the news, all these things on the media for you to see the world in a certain direction, man. Okay, or they'll hire a guy to give a new breakdown, and then you're gonna follow that, man. All right, everything else, that's all bullshit, man. The top people run the society, the Illuminati, the elites, okay, who we know as Esau, Edom, the Amalekites, all right, who we really know as the devil, okay, that red dragon, the beast, okay, that's the guy running the show, man, and he's so close to getting everybody on that mark of the beast, man. He is so close. He has everything in line right now, man. He has the technology. He has the minds of the people. And at any moment, you can see what he did with this virus, right? At any moment, he could do that again. But this time, it may be something different. It may be a war. It may be World War III. Okay. Well, they did that right now with this whole thing in the Ukraine. You would think it's a fucking all quiet on the Western Front over there right now, man. All right, you'd think it's some World War I, no man's land in the trenches. Come on, man. Chances are it's a Hollywood production, man. Keep going.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Yeah, for that violence against thy brother Jacob, man. Because you people really are trying to say that they said stop abortion violence, something like that. Stop violence against women. This whole thing about trying to control a woman's body. All right, that's what they say. The government's trying to control a woman's body. Men are trying to control a woman's body. That whole thing is violence. How is that? That's not violence. Violence is what you so-called devils, so-called white people did to our people, man. Okay? How you got this land. Right? What you did when you first landed here, you was chopping Gad up, man. All right? You was chopping up Ephraim, man. Simeon. You was cutting their nose off, cutting their hands off. They went and go mine for you. They didn't get enough gold. Okay? And then what you was doing to Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man, from the coast of West Africa, bringing them over here by the thousands, man, by the millions. And letting them die by the millions. Okay? And you think Jake just, okay, we're going to do it? No, man, they forced you with the threat of what? They forced you with violence, with the threat of your death. Okay, so if you didn't do this, we'll kill you. And not only that, fuck, we don't want to kill, we'll torture you. We'll make your life so horrible that you won't have to do. We're going to threaten to castrate you. We're going to knock your teeth out forcefully. We're going to kill you. We're going to rip your boom right in front of your face. That's the shit. That's violence. That's what so-called white man was doing to our people, man. Both sides just going to let that go. All right, keep going.
It says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates.
Yeah, you carried those away captive. All right, literally. All right, and then Vocab Malone, you always want to bring up, what about Reuben, the Seminoles? They didn't go into slavery. Yes, they did, dumbass. They didn't go on slave ship. Yes, they did. Ponce de Leon was taking them back. Right? You think that them Spaniards, all right, and the Portuguese, when they came over here, they just said, oh, there's some Indians. And they went back and told the king, and they didn't bring one back, man. You know, they brought a shit ton. You know, they packed a boat.
And they had missions down there in Florida as well. They implemented the same mission system that's out here in California. They did that down there in Florida, man.
Yep.
Which is nothing but slavery. The fucking Spanish didn't build those missions, man. They made Gad and Reuben build it.
Yep. And then, do they do that through the kindness of the scriptures? Do they do that through the love of Jesus Christ? Or do they do that through violence? That's real violence, man. Ain't nobody forcing you woman to do anything right now, man. That's complete. But you would think that. Bitch, you can do whatever you want right now. Oh my God, that shit in Dallas, right? They was twerking. As soon as they was mad, then they just started twerking. They had a trans woman over there twerking. Everybody's just twerking for the fight against the Supreme Court ruling. It's this the world we live in. You think them motherfuckers gonna fight the Russians? You think you're gonna deal with an invading army? I think Apostle Rakan said it best last night at the life camp. Hey man, all this gay shit, none of this shit, it's all gonna go away once the shit hits the fan, man. You want to sashay down the block, put on some eyelashes, wear makeup, wear high heels, and you're a man. You're a Jake man.
Yeah, you ain't gonna make it.
You gonna do that when there's no more food out? Fucking, you think you're gonna do all that when people are literally out here trying to kill you? That's all gonna go out the window soon, man.
You running down the street screaming at the top of your lungs with your high heels clack. You gonna put
Or worse, they're gonna eat you, man. They're gonna do all kinds of shit.
you ain't gonna make it. I got a precept.
Bump shot.
It's Jeremiah 51:5. It says, "For Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul."
That's right. Yeah, so the Lord didn't forget about us, okay? He always kept a remnant. And now you're seeing that now, okay? And we got to get the hell up out of here. Because this is Babylon. You can see why it's called Babylon. This is a city of confusion. Super confused. Here it is the other week. Nobody knew what a woman was, right? The other Supreme Court justice, she had no idea what a woman. I'm not a biologist. They put her ass up in the highest court. A fucking clown. All right, what's a woman? I'm not a biologist, bitch. You about to rule on whether or not a woman could kill a baby inside of them.
That's why a lot of guys tap out.
But that's why you guys are losing. That's why you got that L. Because of shit like that. You don't make sense. That shit's delusional. Okay, but that's part of the crumbling, the destruction, and the downfall of a civil society. Lewdness, lasciviousness. Okay, just blatant crime, debauchery. Just complete moral decay. Or you could literally go, like I was telling Monagon that, you could go out in the city during that homosexual parade, start breaking windows. No one's gonna bat an eye. Oh well, you could walk into the Walgreens and walk out with just a whole trash bag full of shit, whatever you could get, and nobody gonna chase you, man. That's part of the downfall of this society, man.
It says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua's vengeance."
Yeah, man. If you really want to see this world go, and you're having second thoughts about the truth, and you're living in this time right now, at this moment, you're a bug out. This ain't for you. Go to the Pride Parade, because that's all there's left here, right? Because if you're not with that, then what do you want? I'm against that. I want to be. Oh, then you're with the what? The Christian church? You're a vocab? And that, next thing you know, most Christian churches are going to have an IUIC camp down in front of it, man. They're going to have an IUIC camp down in front of it, getting a stay away order, man. Right, and that's not in the right spirit, man. What are they doing? They're instigating. They're being agent provocateurs, man. Right,
The scriptures tell you if the person don't receive you, wipe, shake the dust off your feet and move on.
They just mad that them church houses are getting all their tights, man. They want their tights. They was like, okay, maybe one of them propping them up. Maybe one of them go over here and prop me up. That's what they're all about, man. The money. Keep going.
It says, "For this is the time of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua's vengeance. He will render her a recompense." I got another precept here. This is Jeremiah 50:25. It says, "The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans."
Yeah, what's the armory of the Heavenly Father, man? It's the thermonuclear missiles. Okay, it's the biggest and baddest swords on the planet Earth, the missiles. And those come down, and that's a full swoop of destruction.
Yeah.
Those come down, ain't nobody getting out of that, man. And that's where we're getting to. That's the end game right here for America. After that, America's finished. You ain't gonna be worried about no abortions and shit like that. Getting food, right? Trying to get a job. America's gonna be done.
Yep.
It's gonna be finished, and everybody here is gonna be gone. Keep going.
It says, "Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly."
Hey, and America's storehouses are totally opened up, man. They're getting raided right now. One of the main things they're raiding is the resources. Okay, the oil reserves. They're trying to release oil reserves right now to bring this price down, stop the gas tax and all these other things. But what does that really do? That's make you weaker. Because when the time comes when you need it, you're gonna be all out. Hey, there's gonna be more shortages. Okay, there's already baby formula shortages. There's semiconductor chips shortages. All right, when the food shortages come, they're going to be all out. Why? Because they're rushing the market with old stored dried goods. There's a shortage of fertilizer. The shortage on fertilizer is affecting the crops. So now there's a shortage on food, on the yields. Leading to what? Just these people, this complete collapse of this place, man. The weakening of this once great empire. Okay, keep going.
It says, cast her up as heaps and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left.
That's right, and that's what the Heavenly Father is going to end up doing. Right now, America's being liquidated.
God.
It's being liquidated. You see this stock market, the way the money went in and came out was a complete scam. The biggest scam you could hey man, crypto, that shit was bloody as hell, man. I thought the last one was bloody. You know what I mean? When it went to 20 racks and then it went down to 4. You know, I thought that was bloody. No, it doesn't compare to what just happened. Okay, damn near went to 65K. I'm talking about Bitcoin in particular. Then it went all the way down to 17,000. That's crazy. Okay, that's 300%. Damn near. And where does those people money go? What are those people going to do who got in? They're done. They're out of here. They're going to commit suicide. Not to mention the stocks. They did the same type of turnaround, man. Okay, people got in on these stock market. Oh, we're going to make big. You're back to where you were when you got in at 2020. So if you made that 2020 bag, okay, I'm back in. Now you back to where you were.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to get in and out of the markets. It's so volatile.
And now they're saying it's going to bottom out even more again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's done. So total collapse, man.
Complete collapse.
We in the biggest economic collapse in world history.
And now these people are going to say, okay, I'm going to sell it so I can get my Federal Reserve notes. Your Federal Reserve note is devalued, man. That's just is tanking as well. Oh man, now that loaf of bread used to be $3.50. You pay $7 a loaf of bread. All right. Oh, that orange juice used to be, well, the orange juice I get, a gallon of that fresh squeeze, $12.99. You go to the store, $16.99. How did that happen? Oranges are super expensive now, supposedly. This what they're doing is sucking you people dry, man, of whatever resources or wealth you even had, man.
It's a controlled demolition of the middle class and just wealth in general.
Yeah, they hit you people with that thermite. Keep going.
It says, slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day has come, the time of their visitation.
You saw all them cows. Not saying that's a fulfillment of that. All right. But you see all them livestock just dropping down now?
Well, they got to put them to death. Now, the farmers, they're saying, or the ranchers, they're saying the government is telling them to put their cattle down. They can't take them to the slaughterhouse and sell them for meat. But the government will cash them out with like $4,000 each cow.
For each dead cow.
So that meat is not going to go on the market. You know?
They did the same thing, and they're saying they're comparing that what Esau was doing with the buffalo. It's just kill it. We'll give you more money to kill it than for you to kill it and then to sell it back as food. Why was that? Because they didn't want you to sell it back to the Indians. Because they would have bought it. Yeah. They wanted you to starve them out.
The same thing they're doing to you people.
Yeah, the same thing they're doing to you.
The price of beef, the price of lamb, the price of pork, all that's going up, man.
Everything they did to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, now they're doing it on a grand scale to all the rest of you. Yeah, now you have Jake has the most. Well, now your family are okay. Now you're addicted to drugs. Well, now you got gangs and crime in your neighborhoods. Oh, now you're fucking homeless. All right, so why? All because of the so-called white man fulfilling the prophecy. Okay, he's really his main goal is complete control over your people, and he's had that over Jake damn near, man.
Yeah.
Well, literally, he has us.
Yeah, we've been under
we've been in complete
totalitarian rule.
We've been captives.
He ain't had no rights.
He never had no rights. Here it is. Jake literally is in the twilight of any type of autonomy, man. Very recent, right? Just going back 1865, even after that, 1870s, 1890s, 1920s. What was in 1920s? is when Esau kicked the Jake family off of Manhattan Beach at Los Angeles, man. And who chased them out? Edomites. And now they're finally giving that land back. And they gave it the money back, but now they're saying, "Fuck it, we got to get the land back." Newsom's over there hanging out with Jake.
Yeah, it's too late.
It's too late, man. It's too fucking late, man. But what about the rest? What about the rest of the tribes? What about all the other ones?
God.
Just because they had the paperwork, they were legit, and they kept it. All right, the other ones they got it, they burned it, they burned the whole family, they raised the whole village, they killed every last person. You can't kill the witnesses. You can't do that. Or we're gonna burn the newspapers, burn all records. But that one, they have record of that's 1920s. That was a few generations ago. That's why they're able to give that restitution right now, right? But that's going to bankrupt America even more. So you want to give reparations? We're talking about reparations, right? They're gonna if America does that, it's going to bankrupt the nation completely. Keep going.
The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai our power, the vengeance of his temple.
Yep, and the Heavenly Father is going to bring that vengeance for what this nation, America, okay, the so-called white man here in America has done to his people. Hey, you got every tribe here. Every last tribe is made here, man. We're at the end of this thing. Okay, you have Jake all over every tribe. You got the Chileans, the Naphtali's up in here. Okay, you have all of Asher. You have all kinds of Asherites up in here. You got all kinds of Levites, all kinds of Benjaminites, right? So on and so forth, all over America, man. So it's not hard to fathom 12,000 out of each tribe. Man. Okay, 12,000 out of each tribe getting beamed up out of here right before the missiles hit, because that's the only way you're gonna make it out of here. That's the only way you're gonna escape the judgment of America, man. Getting on a chariot, and there's gonna be 12,000 of those men. So it should boost you up to see brothers out there in the spirit teaching, doing what they got to do, man. Because that means we're getting closer out of here, man. We're getting closer and closer to getting the fuck up out of here. And the things that we're seeing right now through the spirit, this whole thing with the American Supreme Court, a lot of people don't understand what that really is happening, man. Some people are trying to break it down, saying, "Oh, really? It's about depopulation." Yeah, those are all true things. But ultimately, it's about the destruction of America, man. America is going to be defunct. The United States as you know it, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the court system, the police, the U.S. military, the Navy, the Marine, it's going to be gone. It's going to be fucking Escape from L.A. It's going to be like them old dystopian, them old apocalyptic films, man. Oh, the Republic of Texas. Right, you're gonna have the Republic of Texas, then you're gonna have the Wild West. California's gonna go back to how it used to be. Like we were watching Escape from LA. LA broke off from the earthquake, and LA was its own island republic ran by who? A bunch of niggas, man. Okay? And Esau Edom, he knows that's gonna happen. And that's the best way for him to push that hard for the American shit. And the gated communities, him trying to build space hotels. Okay, that's all part of the plan. Right? He shows you that film Elysium. Everyone living here down on the earth, super low level, man. And another film, I think it was District 9. The people stuck in concentration camps. And who's policing those people? Fucking robot drones, man.
And guess what? He found it.
And we're literally close. We're right here, man. And why would you need a U.S. military when you got a drone army? Right? Why would you need a Marines? Okay, because the Marines, they're the first guys you throw in. Okay, the first guys you throw in on the ground, the fire wars. You don't need the Marine. It's going to be that drone, that robot. And they're going to program them to kill who? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Go ahead.
This Revelation chapter 18, verse 2.
And then see, that's symbolic of what's happening in Esau right now, man.
His kingdom, the sun is about to set.
Yeah, his light is getting put. You can put the camera on that because that's a beautiful sight right there. You only get to see this right here on the West Coast, man. All right, the sun's setting over the Pacific, and that's America. We're at the final frontier right here, and this is happening in America. And what's going on right here underneath that sun? No, but freakism,
Wickedness.
the worst of the worst. Yep, right there. The worst of the worst, man. You don't think the Most High is going to destroy that?
Revelation chapter 18, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Yep.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen to you if you want to be like America. You're going to end up just like this nation, completely wiped out. No human life. No human life. The only life forms are desert creatures because it's going to be a barren desert, man. Well, you see Chernobyl, right? There ain't no people living up in Chernobyl, man. But you can see a deer, right? You see a bird show up and like, oh damn. And I think I saw Esau. I saw a video of Esau getting one of the birds and the deers, and like damn, they adapted to certain levels of radiation they could deal with. Well, that's what's going to be happening here in America, man. Only a certain type of bird, only a certain type of vile creature is going to be able to live out here, man. And that's what the Most High wants. They don't want you people over here anymore. To let you, and if you do come over here, chances are it's going to be so highly radioactive, you regular people ain't going to be able to survive.
You won't be able to survive here anyway. There's no food.
There's no food. Yep.
The water's going to be contaminated. All the food is unclean. You know.
It says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yep. And that's what you're seeing right now is all these countries are focusing on what's happening in America. I think even Trudeau said that. Yeah, it's a threat. What the Supreme Court did is a threat to women all over the world. How does that make any fucking sense? Well, it does make sense. America's an empire, man. And America's forcing whatever it's doing on the rest of you people. Keep going.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
And America is the greatest economy to ever exist. Right? The amount of wealth this country has produced has never been done ever before. Okay? Just the amount of wealth done in one day. That goes beyond whatever the Silk Road was doing, man. Okay, yeah, hey, King Solomon, he was a baller, right? All right, he was bringing in cedars, he was bringing in everything. That doesn't compare to what all the wealth that America has done, man. Okay, the amount of resources this place has came and took, man, and burnt up. Keep going.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
You're going to have to get the hell up out of here, man. You're going to have to change your mind. You're going to have to be right, man, in the spirit. You're going to have to repent. Okay, keep going.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquity. Or iniquities.
Yeah, there's some of the iniquity that the Most High is remembering is what's going on over there in San Francisco right now, man. Bunch of freakisms.
It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she have filled, fill to her double.
That's right. And that cup is that hardcore bondage and slavery that you put on us. And that's going to come onto you, you goddamn devils.
Those curses.
Them curses, man. Keep going.
How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
Well, look man, I don't know if they're not going to do a beat. They had a homosexual beacon coming out of San Francisco yesterday, man. You can see it from the space. They had a bunch of rainbows, crazy lights shooting out from the Embarcadero right over there where we was kicking it the other weekend, man. All right. That's another reason why the Most High is going to have to jack this place up, man. Because you live in such pride and opulence, man. All this wealth and all this money. In some places over there, you in San Francisco, it's like being back in the old world, man. Like marble towers around you. You go inside, some of the buildings are still made of stone, you know. And then especially like places like New York and Chicago, right, where you got all that old wealth and old money. These people live real deliciously, man. Some of these homes up here, up in the Bay Area, these homes are worth $20 million. Mansions, man, and everything inside there is handmade. These people are living good. Keep going.
For she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Yeah, they think they're gonna live here, right on the coast, right on the water, and the tsunami's never gonna hit their ass, man. Or they're never gonna get sucked into a crater, man. When the faults start moving, or that an invading army is gonna come through and get busy right here on this coast. right here on the goddamn coast, man. Out in the open. There's a city. There's literally a city, an unwalled city, man. A city of unwalled villages. I was watching these old. I was watching these old Nat Geos on the ancient Assyrian Empire and the ancient Mayans and whatnot. But the main ones out there in the Middle East, especially the old Assyrians, the old Persians, all those ancient cities had walls.
Yep.
And all those walls, you can see where they built the walls and where the walls were, man. Why did they do that? To protect themselves from invaders. This nation has not set any of that up, man.
They proud and careless.
They're proud, careless. They don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Keep going.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Therefore, when they get down, when the missiles come, okay, when the armies come, the plagues come, it's gonna wipe this place out one day, man. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be an easy lick.
Yeah, the scripture's saying 1 hour so great riches is coming to naught. Zephaniah, the Most High say he's gonna make a speedy riddance of this place.
That's right.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Bashim Awashah who judgeth her.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. Hey, and you people think the Most High is weak? Hey, there's some bug outs out there saying God made. The main bug out is Donald Trump. He said God made the decision. He's saying God made the decision on behalf of the court did it for God. Well, what was her name? That white woman. Remember, she's saying, "This is the spirit of Esau." Remember her? The spirit of the Edomites.
She said that.
But she was going all the way back to what? Roe v. Wade. She's saying when they started that Roe v. Wade, that was the spirit of Esau Edom because you was trying to do a child sacrifice. So she had a little sense to her. All right, to know that, because that's something Esau would do. Sacrifice your children, man, to a deity, to a satanic deity. Right? Any final words? With that, I'm gonna give all praise, glory, and honor.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom.